does an excellent job at the little quarter-mile dirt over there. I've got to run here maybe 10 times in the past, and you know, it was a nice place before the Lucas family bought it, but what a show place now, and it's just, it's a thrill to be out here and to see this many people.
I want to get another comment from you before we get the mic over to Halio. Of course, four-time Indy 500 winner.
4 times.
You tried your hand at that once, right? Whenever you tried to make the Indy 500, didn't quite go as planned.
I went there in 1906. No, it was maybe 83, and you only had to run 186 made the race. Yeah, and we were running 192, and dodged it in the fence, and it was the best wreck I ever had. No, I mean that. It was the best wreck I ever had, because at that time I had 4 or 5 owners come down and they say, "What do you got?" And I said, "What do you mean what I got?" I said, "I got this brand new helmet I didn't crack and I didn't get no blood on my uniform. What do I need?" And they said, "What do you got for money?" I said, "If I had any damn money, you think I'd be doing this shit?" And I made up my mind right then that I was going to go down south, because I had a little bit of an opportunity to go down south and do some cup racing. And I had a lot of people tell me that was the wrong move at the time, but it worked out.
It worked out all right for you. We'll go ahead and get that down to Halio. So, Haley's been here just on the off-road course.
Right.
Ken's been here, he's ran here. My guess is up until probably about 2 months ago, you had never even heard of Wheatland, Missouri.
I thought I had to bring my passport to come over here. From Brazil, you know, coming to here, I'm like, do I bring my passport? And but let me tell you, what a facility. This is amazing and absolutely crazy. You know, Kenny, 189 miles an hour, that's when we're going to the pits. That's how we do our installation. So, yeah, no, it's great to be here. First of all, what a crowd. Thank you guys for having us here. This is absolutely incredible. I'm going to try to speak slowly because you guys might not understand my accent. So, but the point is that it's great to be here racing with amazing champions, and obviously Haley and Kenny. For me, I'm always enjoying having fun with them out there. And we're going to try to put a good show. I'm going to try to stay on the track. That's my goal right now. I still have some bricks coming out of my nose at the moment, but I tell you what, it is a lot of fun. Very different than I'm used to, and I can't wait for the race.
Obviously, open wheel with your background for the most part. What has this series been like for you, being able to go to a full-body car with the weight that it is, just the transition you've had to make?
Anytime you have an opportunity to race with great champions, you always learn something. And these cars are incredible. They're equal as could be, and you can see coming to places like this, you know, where the DNA of American racing, it's always amazing. You know, there is no, a lot of people, well, except Kenny, I'm sure he's been here many times as we talk about it. So if he doesn't win, there is something wrong with him. Okay, so now all joke aside, of course there is something wrong with him always. So now all joke aside, I mean, it is always learning with them, and coming to these places is always fun because you never know what's going to happen, right? So for me, racing with everyone from different series, all these champions, it is absolutely an honor and fun as can be.
Back to Haley, if you don't mind. Last week at Eldora, fantastic finish for you. Ran second. Your best 2 finishes. Yeah, that's right. Your best finishes you've had in this series have been second, both on dirt, both behind Tony Stewart. I guess first part of that would be your experience with the off-road racing on dirt. Does that help at all with running on dirt, or is it something completely different?
Yeah, so I obviously grew up dirt racing. That was kind of my thing, but not the normal dirt racing that most of you guys know. So I was mostly on the off-road side of things, and then I got into stock car racing, and at that time, that's when I also was doing it just for more seat time, was the more dirt oval stuff like this. And so I got into some little bit of sprint car stuff, micros, tested a few midgets, and really just use that, like utilize that to get more practice and seat time. And now I feel like all that time I've put in racing those cars, I finally get to have something to really show for it when we do bring these SRX cars to dirt tracks. So it's a blast. It's so much fun. It's great being able to go out there and being able to tune on your car a little bit and seeing how the tracks develop. And I think that's something that, like a lot of people who have only raced asphalt, it's really hard for them to watch a track transition, and that's something I feel like I've taken for granted a little bit, is that having that knowledge of being able to do that, and people around me who have dirt raced before. So it's something I definitely try to help out where I can if anyone asks questions. Like I know you had some questions for me after, and I would just try to help out because dirt racing is totally different than asphalt racing. So it's definitely a change of scenery, but it's a blast.
All right, Ken, congratulations this last week. 2 milestones, if you will. You go up to Canada, running the Pinty Series. You're the first non-Canadian to win up in that series, but also, can I say the oldest driver? Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, that's what they said. The oldest driver yeah, listen. I can't do much about it being the oldest. You know, I just am. Fortunately, as screwed up as we've been the last couple of weeks, I'm still not always the slowest. So I don't care about being the oldest. But the Canada deal was a lot of fun. I didn't get to run last night because of having been back down here. We were supposed to run Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday got rained out, but went up there and had a really good car. And it was a car similar to these, and it was a track kind of like this. It was a lot slicker, really slick, and it was a lot of fun.
So obviously over the last few years you've taken more to dirt than anything else. This series has given you the opportunity to get back on asphalt for 4 races. Obviously you've ran just about everything in your career. What's left on your bucket list that you want to do before you finally decide to hang the helmet up?
Well, I'm not going to decide to hang my helmet up. If I can't get in the car, my buddies can't help me. I'll get some younger buddies. You know, I was fortunate to be able to do this for a living for a number of years, and now I'm playing, and I sure in the hell don't want to quit playing. But I don't really have a bucket list stuff. We're going to run our modified tomorrow night, Grant City, Illinois. Run our sportsman cars Saturday and Sunday at Springfield on the mile, and run the Arctic cars Sunday afternoon at Springfield on the mile. And haven't decided where we're going next week, so we'll be in a car 100 days this year, and I'm doing every damn thing I can to keep from getting a job.
But you're doing a pretty good job of it, I think. Last question for you guys before we let you go. Since this is a very diverse group, what discipline that the other drivers have sitting down here that they've done would you like to try? Would you like to try the off-road? Would you like to try the Indy? Would you like to just do something else? Ken, you've already done everything, but what else is left on your guys' bucket list to do?
Yeah, Kenny done it. You probably fly planes too, right, Kenny? No, okay, that's maybe you might doing that. For me, well, I tell you one thing. Racing on dirt is very challenging for me, and I'm already doing that. But if I have an opportunity, a bucket list, which I actually already talked to Don Hawk as well, and it would be racing at the Daytona 500. That would be something that would be fun, a challenge, no question. But I'm not afraid of challenge. I enjoy that, and I would love to try that and continue to have a good time. So again, if you need me to carry you to the race car, I'll be there to help you out, all right? No problem.
Haley, how about you?
Oh man, you know, these are conversations I feel like when you surround yourself with racers that like you have, like, oh, would you ever want to try this? And like, I've been talked about like the IndyCar thing, like, oh, would you want to try the IndyCar stuff? And I'm like, man, that's some gnarly stuff. Like those things move quite a bit quicker than stock cars do, and seeing how they make passes and all that, I mean, I think I definitely want to make it to Cup in that side of things before I would try that, but I definitely wouldn't be something I would not do. I would would like to try it after maybe I make it to Cup.
And Ken, I'm guessing you just want to win at Lucas Oil Speedway, right?
Yeah, that's really, tonight's the most important race I got coming up. No, I don't really have anything I'd like to do because we're still kind of doing what I want to do. The IndyCar deal, I've thought in the last however many years that thing has just got so much tougher and tougher. I mean, which all motorsports has. I don't think I'd have any problem around 230 mile an hour, but I'd have a hell of a problem crashing at 230 mile an hour, so I don't want to do that. But I sure like watching you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give them a big hand. Hello, Castroneves, Haley, Deegan, and Ken Schrader.